Charlton Athletic Project at the Clockhouse on the 5th of May 1988.
Knapford.
Yeah.
And just up past the town hall there.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be very difficult to get to Charlton. I started as a couple of Saturdays, try to get there on a 75 bus, which had been pretty near the ground, but I gave that up. And I had to go and get a 58 tram to Blackwall Lane, call in and see my mother, who lived just close by there, then down to the match, back to tea to my mother, to wait until the crowd's cleared so I can get a 58 tram all the way back to Catford.
So
because they had to come all the way from Catford in those days.
So it was handy having your mother there.
Yeah.
Just get out of the escape from the crowds.
Because she said, and I said, what about the ritual of you going out? I said, I've forgotten that. Where did Harry go?
Probably just gone out to get a cup of tea.
Oh.
Right, here's the bit about the post-on gallop. Right, and this is the same two again, Percy and Archie. It stands about there somewhere. So is that enough to go over? Try not to lose those.
No. Right, I'll flip it and bring it back to you right away.
Okay, super.
Okay, thanks a lot, Andy. Archie's not made it today, has he?
No, he's not here.
He had some decorating to do, so perhaps he's had to finish it off.
No.
I haven't heard from him this week, so I don't know.
The draw
to go
to go up. They scored the first goal, and I thought to myself, oh, well, this is it now.
This is against Blackburn, what, 1958?
Yeah.
And Duff was in goal. Duff.
Oh yeah.
He was Duff as well that day. He let 2 easy goals in after that, and I think they lost 4-2, if I remember.
4-3?
4-3, was it?
Yeah.
I knew it was they scored
4-3,
yeah.
I remember
And they
listening
didn't
to it on
make
the radio. That's some reason I didn't go. My boy went, and my eldest son. There was about 43,000 there that day, I think it was.
They were the highest goal scorers. They scored 107 goals, and no one scored.
That's a lot of goals, isn't it?
Nobody scored over. West Ham scored 101. They won the league that year. Blackburn was second. Charlton.
That's a lot of goals, 107
Yeah.
goals in a season.
Because there's only 42 games those days, wasn't there?
42 games.
42
Yeah.
games. Oh, I'll get myself a cup of tea with.
I'll go and get you one. I'll go.
I'd have brought one down if I'd have known.
But you got sugar in yours or not?
No sugar,
No
thanks.
sugar, right, okay.
Wolves won the first division. Now they're in the fourth. Well, they just come up out the
Yes.
fourth. Amazing.
I tell you, man, we didn't mention much last week. It was a good old stalwart. It was old George Robinson.
Oh yes.
He's a good old.
He was, yeah. Yeah, I knew George Robinson. Right, we used to go to the Catford dog track.
Oh yeah.
And there's a chap who used to keep the pub at Greenwich who was very, very friendly with George. I'd like to get him to come along here, but I've lost touch with him. He used to keep the pub, which is now the Gypsy Moth, isn't it they call it? Down at Greenwich it used to be. Right on the front there.
I just filled the urn up, John, so
Okay.
we'll wait 5 minutes for it to boil.
And he's quite an interesting chap, he knows, you know.
Nothing another I thought of after Eddie Wurge. Remember Wurge?
Wurge, that's right, yeah.
How's that spelled?
Eh?
W-E-R-G-E, wasn't it?
W-E-R-G-E.
Wurge.
Where did
Yeah, I can vaguely remember Wurge.
Inside forward.
That's right, yeah. Eddie
Sometimes I played on the wing.
Yeah, Wurge, yeah, that's right. Yes, he was a good old stalwart, old George Robinson, wasn't he?
Was he?
Finished up as assistant manager, didn't he, to, who was the manager in them days? It wasn't when, it was after,
Look at this, seen this one.
Is that the
Last day at the
pitch?
Valley. Charlton,
yeah.
Charlton supporters cut pieces of turf as souvenirs after the club's last game at the Valley, September 1985.
My guy I haven't seen him. He's going to bring that program along from the Huddersfield game, and the year they lost the cup final. I haven't got a winning cup final program, unfortunately. But I was telling my grandson, so I'll bring them along for you. Bring down.
That's the programme from Monday, if you want to see that. Not much in the programme these days.
Not really. I mean, go on to other.
I tried to get a voice of the Valley, but people around me had them, but I couldn't find anyone selling them, unfortunately.
Archie said he was considering going to that match. I don't know.
That's right. Well, I didn't see him down there. I've got a few more of these to do. I don't have time to do more. But there's some nice ones here.
Oh yes.
You might have seen some of them before, which I think Colin Cameron brought down there.
That's when it was snowball. Snowball down.
It's nice with girlfriends or wives or something must have been down there. Western. Well, they've got that chap Leeburn. Have you read much about Leeburn?
Yeah.
Very awkward. Very. He's all legs.
And this is what's probably putting him in, because I think he's causing problems to the other team.
He's causing problems to his own team, I think.
I mean, why? I mean, it's made me wonder, because they put a chap like that who's definitely awkward and inexperienced, and they've got Jones, who they paid all this money for, and is a real proved goal scorer in the past, but hasn't done it yet at Cheltenham.
He wasn't even on the bench on Saturday, on Monday. But Leeburn's got a good throw in. I mean, he can get that ball right into the penalty area.
There must be some reason why they're keeping him in.
He's not that brilliant in the air. I mean, I was seeing much smaller players beating him in the air, and it seemed he didn't really have a lot of control on the ground at all.
I can't make him.
But he was involved in nearly everything. That's the thing.
Who's that?
Leeburn, Carl Leeburn.
Yeah.
They
He's
said
number
he was
8.
They said he was a thorn in on LBC. He was a thorn in Tottenham defence.
I don't know. He's more like a sandpaper, I think.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's
A bit of gentle abrasion, but.
Do they don't sell cigarettes down here, do they?
I don't know.
I shouldn't really smoke, but...
Do you want a roll up?
Oh, I'll have one later on. Yeah, you can't get it.
Well, let me go. I'll go and get your tea anyway. And then.
I didn't. I should give them. I make efforts to it, but I haven't had one since yesterday morning. I'm just.
Let me go see
if you can get a packet, I like. Matter of fact, I like players. I don't suppose they got them extra mild. I'll give it the money. Yeah. I'll give it the money.
If they haven't got those, what would you like? Something like silk cut or something like that?
Yeah, silk cut, something like that. Isn't
Yeah.
it?
Okay. I don't know if they've got any upstairs, but I'll go and have a look.
They probably have, I'm not sure.
A silk cut I do, or Rothmans.
Right. Okay.
Thanks. Take the tea out of that as well, please. You can see in that book where they first started Charlton first started. You see the first position in the league.
You have to have a look at that.
I wonder what that. I used to open it every time we'd open it, that page about. I got in there something about that to mark the place. There's the third division also. They were in the third division before 1920. 19. The old Clapton Orient.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. They were in the second division then. What time did they? When? Oh, they're in there. 1927, 28. What was it? 1926. Was it?
Unfortunately not, John.
They
It's the
don't.
only place is the barn. It's not open.
Ah.
There's nothing about 12 about
So there's 35. So I get the other roll up here.
Thank you very much. Oh, lovely. I was just looking to see their first station they got up. When was it they joined the third south?
1920.
6 was it?
21.
21 was it?
I think it was.
Or was it 23? Was it their first season in the FA Cup when they had the match against
No, I
Bolton?
think it was in it.
I was looking.
It'll have, it's got the league tables in there, isn't it? The very early ones.
Where it is, 10 men make soccer history. Last second. I wonder, what's this they got in there? They've got that in there, something I've put in there to mark the place of that.
Is that Jackie Charlton?
No, what's this? Yeah?
That looks like Jackie Charlton. A very young Jackie Charlton. Can you see him there?
I think it is. It was in. Can you read? I can't see it.
I can't see a caption to that photograph.
Luton Mill. I don't know what that is. Long signs of cup ties.
Oh, that's
And that's.
John Shaw's. Yeah, it is. It is a very young Jackie Charlton to Leeds United team.
Yeah.
He's got the full head of hair there as well.
Well, this is an old photograph, isn't it?
There's some lovely ones there, going right back. Yeah, John.
You
Well,
remember
thanks
some,
very much.
It's not too strong for you.
you remember some of these names on this old
Many
photograph?
thanks.
I do like good lights on there.
You remember some of these names on this old photograph? There's Tricker,
There you go, got a light in.
J. Davis.
Old Tricker's Percy's favourite, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's the one.
Thanks.
Tricker, J. Davis.
Tricker, oh yes.
Fred
Gosh, I
F.
forgot
Whit-
old Tricker.
F. Whitlow,
Yeah.
C. Preedy,
Spider.
A. B. Hipkins. Hipkin was the other
Oh,
goalkeeper.
of course, there's Hipkin. He was a great goalkeeper.
Goalkeeper, Hipkin.
I mean, to be in the second.
Yeah, he was the
team.
reserve goalkeeper. wasn't
Hipkin, I forgot Hipkin. He went to. Didn't he go do Clapton Orient?
he? I'm not sure.
Or which is now Leighton Orient. You're seeing there the leagues the other days. Clapton Orient.
Yeah. This is 1926-27. Well, I mean, there's 3 following players here who I don't know.
Thanks.
There's McGuire, C. Biswell.
Oh, I remember Biswell. Don't you remember
No, I
Biswell?
can't remember Biswell.
Yes, of course,
He's a very
Biswell.
short chap, according to this picture here. And J. Mitchell was assistant trainer. Oh no, sorry, I got it wrong way. Mitchell was a short chap. Biswell was a tall fella.
They're going to say Biswell.
George Armitage next to him.
And George Armitage was at the end.
Oh. Biswell. I thought we mentioned Biswell last week, didn't we, Harry? I thought we
Possibly, I
mentioned.
can't remember. And
It was inside
the trainer
forward.
then was a chap called J. Doby.
No.
Don't know. J. Devine. D. Sherlock.
Oh yes, I remember
See,
Sherlock.
this is
Goodness
before
me.
that I can remember all I mean.
Goodness me,
I started
Sherlock.
going down there.
Yes, he was a good player. Of course,
And A. Middleton.
I don't remember.
I can remember this one, Godfrey.
Oh yeah, Godfrey was a winger, wasn't he?
E. Godfrey. So
Godfrey,
he must
I
have
remember.
stayed on. He's probably a bit younger than played him then.
I remember Sherlock and Godfrey.
And Hooper. And I remember the other one, B. Herod.
Smith and Herod.
Oh yes,
Herod.
Baden Herod.
Baden Herod, that's right.
They were a good
John-
pair of backs, were club backs, were
Mm.
Norman Smith and
Herod.
Baden Herod.
Who was the back before Smith? It was
Before
Burton.
George-
Was it Burton?
Wally, was it? Do you remember Wally?
Wally,
What
yeah.
about Burton? Do you remember Burton?
Oh, yeah, Burton, yes.
He played with Herod, didn't he?
Yes, he played with Herod. I forget his name.
He's not in that one though, is he? Burton? He must have finished by now.
R. John, F.P. Davis, J. Scott, and a chap named Hurst. Well, it's not the Hurst that the...
No, no.
Is that the Hurst with the hat?
It's a nice cup of tea, thanks, sir.
Oh well.
In the front row is N. Collins, don't know him, J. Murphy, W. Patterson, Norman Patterson.
Patterson, I remember him, he was a wing half, wasn't he? Willie Patterson.
This other chap, he played on Greta, Norman Smith, he
Norman
was a
Smith's there as
fullback,
well.
wasn't he?
He was still playing up to the,
Yeah,
almost up
that's
to the
right.
war, wasn't he?
Yeah.
13 years later.
H. Kirk,
Oh yes, I remember Kirk, Jazza Kirk though to call
did
him.
Jazza Kirk.
Yeah.
and J. Gibson, and J. Cairns, Rankin,
Rankin, or Johnny
and
Rankin.
Horton. I remember Horton.
Oh yeah, Johnny Hall.
Johnny Horton.
Yeah.
He was a good player. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it was.
very interesting.
That must be, that's just on the edge of the pitch.
Cairns,
isn't
I
it?
can remember Cairns. Marvellous how he had a memory joke. So to say, it's only the outstanding ones that sort of stick to their name.
Hasn't even got the
No,
place yet, but that was before.
no,
They
no.
probably before they went in the league.
Yeah, that's, I believe that's Southern League,
Hmm.
or Kent League days.
Yeah.
That one, I mean, this is the wooden hut behind.
That's right. Hmm.
There's a couple of
I
those.
wouldn't know that. It's another one.
It's the same one.
picture. Oh, this one, it's Rebel.
Oh, Charlie Rebel.
Yeah.
It's Jimmy Trotton, Barton, Campbell and Fenton.
That's is that the Campbell to play back?
Yeah.
I remember my brother-in-law used to refer to Ben Huey and
He was very
Campbell.
rugged and awkward.
awkward he
stuff.
was,
He used
yeah.
to give away a lot of free kicks, fouls.
He used to
Slice
lose
him
his
down,
temper
didn't he?
too.
Yeah, that's
I've
right.
seen them, the teams had to calm him down because he was so crude. I mean, if someone upset him, he'd go in the next one and next
Yeah.
tackle and no finesse about it at all. I mean,
Yeah.
to get his own back. I mean, you can understand someone having a little retaliation, but he was so crude, so obvious.
I can't recognise that chap there. That's Shiddo Lynn.
I'm gonna say all of a sudden it's gone now.
I can't think of that chap's name. No, it's spaced quite well.
Who's that?
Chap next to
Charlie
Rebel.
Just here.
I know him, and I'll probably see his name going in one of his other. Now this is a very old
Goodness
one.
me.
That's come out lovely.
1920.
It's
Yeah. Football Club season 2021.
Mm.
Southern League team.
No, I imagine.
Oh, sorry, it's a
That's
Southern
old Benny
I-
Fenton at the end here, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was a
So if you look at this building, look
Mhm.
at this building, it's like the
Oh
same
yeah,
one.
that's
isn't it?
right. It has, yeah.
There's Charlie Vaughan, isn't it?
Yeah, Charlie Vaughan.
Goodness
And there's some of the same faces there on this one as well.
me. Isn't that Frank Locke? No, it's not Frank Locke, is it there? Next to Jimmy Trotter?
It could be, yeah. I think you're right. When he was young, that's
Yeah.
right. There's Frank Locke. So it's Rebel, Frank Locke, Trotter, Bartram, Campbell, Fenton, Duffy. Is that Duffy?
It's Duffy
I'm
or
not
Welsh?
sure. because
That's
Duffy
Welsh,
wouldn't
isn't
be
it?
in there. It's Welsh. Can't think of this. There's Fenton, and that's Sid O'Lynn.
It's not a wartime one, is it?
I can't think where that must be Sid O'Lynn, but I don't see why he was Campbell, Huey in there.
I didn't realise Campbell played with Locke. I know he played with Huey, because my brother-in-law used to say when Huey and Campbell were playing at back,
Yeah, that's
Charlton
right.
had one back with telescopic legs and one back with wooden legs. Of course, you never knew what Campbell was going to kick
Oh,
it, did you?
no, he
I know
would kick
called
anything
that
and
sometimes.
anybody,
Look
wouldn't he?
out, Sam, he needs to take a free kick. You never knew where the hell it was going. In no sense of direction whatsoever. Oh, and I tell him the fellow we haven't just remembered, played from for a long time, came from Manchester, Kane.
Oh, Sid
Remember
Kane.
Sid Kane?
Yeah, he went as manager to Sutton, didn't he? The amateur, amateur team.
Did he?
Sutton manager for years. Sid Kane, yeah.
Ah.
He was a very thick set
Yeah,
player, wasn't he?
very
Chris Sutton?
solid and sort of
Yeah.
sturdy sort of bloke.
Yeah, Sid
Yeah,
Kane.
Sid Kane. And do you remember Frank Haydock was the
Haydock, yeah.
centre
That's
half?
another-
He was a good centre half.
Yeah, he was.
Very good.
Mm.
You know where that's taken, don't you?
Taken to the boardroom,
That's
isn't it?
right, yeah.
Mm. I've been in the boardroom.
Yeah, when you go in there now, you've still got the crosses, but the centre panels have all been smashed out
Have they?
by vandals.
Oh, dear.
Fireplace is still there, though.
Is it?
Surprisingly enough. Oh, thanks, Stuart.
How long do we first going on with this, Andy? I mean,
We're going on, I'll give you the exact date if you like. Let's get the diary.
I mean, oh gosh, it'll have to finish sometime, won't it?
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
I'm
you,
afraid so.
as I mean, you can't, when you've got all your material, what are you going to do, write a book? Or
I'm going to try and write a book, yeah, but it's going to be very much in everyone's own words. I'm not going to write it, it's going to be, I transcribe the tapes. All the tapes, I've got a pile of tapes like that.
It's a pity we can't keep it in sort of chronological, but you can't, I mean, your memory
Well,
goes.
I was thinking that what we could do is we could, because a couple of weeks ago, before you started coming along, John, I had Harry and Archie and Percy, the other chap who you haven't met yet, looking through some of the transcripts that I've done, the tapes that I've written out, and checking them. But then I thought it'd be a good idea to sort of try and work out some headings that we could start putting the material under. You know, players' views of players, spectators' views of players, and sort of the different comments, because I want to get in contact with more of the old players, certainly.
Yeah.
And you know, match day feeling and entertainment aspects and various other things. But
You'll remember some of
I
these
have to see.
old ones here, 1921, 22. C. Harbridge,
No, I don't remember.
J. Mitchell,
No.
J. Hughes,
See, I don't
A. Goodman.
Oh, Goodman, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember talking to Goodman. I don't think I ever saw Goodman. I think I used to have to rely on my grandfather in those days.
And B.S. Dunn, T. Dowling,
Dowling, I remember them speaking of Dowling.
Wally,
Wally, I remember Wally. He was captain, wasn't he, Wally?
yeah, W.J. Rayner was the manager.
That's right, old Rayner.
Horse, H-A-L-S-E, Horse, H. Horse, got his picture here. Cox, W. Cox, A. Kingsley.
Scotty Kingsley, is that?
You remember, he was quite well, and it was another Green, A. Green, D. Bailey, A. Still, and H. Wilson.
Oh, Steele, I remember Steele. Alex Steele, wasn't it?
Remember Rayner, don't you?
Yeah.
Rayner, the manager, yes.
Well, you know what he was famous for, don't you?
Taking him to Catford.
And didn't he burn the books as well? Wasn't he
Oh, he was
a bit of a crook? 16th of June. This our meetings down here will finish.
Will he?
Yeah. So we've got another month.
Oh,
and a half.
another
Another
month.
June, after we'll be on holiday there.
When are you going away?
Beginning of June,
How long ago for?
10 days. So I shall miss the trip.
16th of June, isn't it? I think I was having a word with my cousin. He could fill us in on the war years.
Would he like to come down?
I don't know. I'll have a word with him. He can't go back. He's not sorry. He's taken early retirement. He wouldn't be able to go back. But he could fill us in on the boys.
Oh, yeah.
He was very interested in the in that 4-time football
Football, the
I
book.
had.
Yeah, the Jack Ronan one.
I was just looking. See where because they were just splattered up, weren't they? 1901, I weren't in the league then.
Because they got elected to the league with Aberdare, didn't they?
Oh, was it
That was the team that came into the league with them.
Was it Aberdare they got? I was just looking at the league. Yeah. Was up to 1911 there, aren't we?
Yeah. They're all in.
No, they just
Oh, they're mixed
splattered
up.
all over the play. I think then they.
There's a couple there.
There's the CLE.
Oh, Percy would remember that. That's that Wembley.
That's Wembley.
The white
yes.
horse. Percy was there.
Was he?
Yeah, he was there. He got him free because they hadn't finished building the stadium, and somehow
That's right, they didn't.
he got to the
But
top of some stanchions, and the crowd was piling up
Well,
behind him. The commissioner let them in free. And he ended up 5 rows behind the king and
No,
queen.
they weren't in the 50th.
Glossop. They were Glossop. It's going to be this period, isn't it? So,
This is when they were digging the ground out, wasn't it?
that's right. Archie thought his father might be there. They're lovely, those two pictures.
Yeah, he
I think.
probably could let it blown up quickly.
What's that then?
When they
That's when they
opened
were
the
digging the
ground, dug
valley. That's the
out.
volunteers. Some of the volunteers who are actually down there.
Oh, but when they built that terrace in?
Well, when they built
No,
the
when they
ground.
opened
Oh, when they
it,
up the ground,
1919.
1919.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at that
dear.
cliff they're working on. Can you see?
Mm. Oh, I remember the old cliff, but the kids used to roll.
Oh, there as well.
Oh, yeah. Kids used to roll down there and slide down there. Then that was a marvellous piece of work. It was the end of one season, the beginning of the season in the first division. They'd got the terrace in there.
Pity
Right,
because you won't especially see
Well, I'll
it,
bring them
but
down,
still
bring
it'll
them
be-
down.
it'll come on. I know when we weren't going back making the bus
I
stop,
think-
he said I'll have to start my decorating, so probably that's what is...
I think that's a lovely thing. They're all freezing there, and you see the mud on the pitch. Look around their feet. I mean, it's like a quagmire.
Oh yeah,
behind
it
them.
looks very mad.
They're absolutely frozen as well. What are the names on there? The last one's Hobbes, isn't it?
That's
On-
Hobbes.
on the
George Robinson.
second left.
No, this is that's Bolter, isn't it? It's Bolter.
There's a Volta.
That's not Hadman. The Oaks. I think it's John Oates when he was young, but younger.
They were in 1921. That's what they were.
Probably this might be the season
Not
after.
sure.
Third division. It's only one third division now.
And then, yes. Oh, there.
Third division south. Charlton, 1921-22.
Oh, you're right, 21, 22.
I thought it was about that era.
42 games, scored 43 goals, 56 against and 37 points. It's about on a par with today, isn't it?
I think they finished about the same position
14th
this year.
there. Yeah, where were they in this one?
80 pence.
12th there, 14th the following season. It's the Aberdare. It's a team that came in with them, Aberdare Athletic.
Yes.
They immediately, they improved, they're still there. They didn't actually stay in the league very long, Aberdare, I don't think.
No. Murder Town, there's old Murder Town there. Where they are here, 14th down. Then you see them When was it they first met? What year was they first went up in the second division?
30,
When?
30.
30.
They went up the first time, didn't they? Then they got relegated 2 seasons
that's
later.
right.
Oh, I remember that. I was staying.
They went up and come down.
It was,
didn't
it was just before seed, wasn't it? It was 31 or 32, or maybe even 30.
Was it?
I remember staying with some friends on the road. I was anxiously waiting the first year they promoted. They played Warsaw, didn't they?
Yeah, that's right. It was Warsaw.
Mm. They won 2-0. And Palace were runners up. But they had only got up on goal average or points. I forget now.
I think it was very close. I think it was a goal average.
Here we are. They got promoted in 28-29.
28-29.
No, they were champions. They were champions
No, I know
on
they were champions.
goal
They won
average
two.
over Crystal Palace.
Hmm?
Crystal Palace were runners up, but they beat them on goal average.
I thought it was only goal average.
Yeah, they had 86. They scored 86 goals and 60 against, and Palace had 81 for and 67 against. And then the following season, they were 13th in Division 2. And the season after that, they were 15th in Division 2. They had quite a record, didn't they, in the 30s, old Arsenal?
Yeah.
It was your 1930 FA Cup winners, 30-31 League Champions, FA Charity Shield winners, 32 League runners-up, FA Cup runners-up and FA Charity Shield winners, 33 League Champions, 34 League Champions and Charity Shield winners, 35 League Champions and Charity Shield winners, 36 FA Cup winners, 37 third in the league, 38 League Champions and 39 fifth in the league and FA Charity Shield winners. I mean, what a record that was before the war.
It was great. It was Arsenal.
It was Arsenal. I mean, no wonder
Yeah.
no wonder they got such huge crowds when they came down the valley.
And of course, being that they originated from this area, I mean, added to it.
That's
I mean,
right, yeah.
Lewis is, I don't know about recent years, but they used to run up to the war, I think just after a coach every Saturday from Greenwich to Highbury.
Did they?
Yeah, they used to get it full every Arsenal supporters.
Alex James.
He was a good.
He looked like a hard man, was he?
He was a great footballer.
Who was that?
Alex James.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah,
was-
I've seen him a few times.
Yeah,
but
so
yeah, brilliant.
he was in
Right,
the
best.
was a poorly
Really
marvellous
was,
dribbler.
yeah.
Never didn't score very many goals.
No, he made a lot of
Oh,
goals.
he made them now.
This is a very interesting book.
Well, it's one you can keep on looking at and looking at.
That's right. Stanley
I'm
Matthews.
afraid the printers, as my son said, there's plenty of pictures in there. I must have seen that one at the but I didn't.
Charlton got relegated into 33, bottom of the table,
Well, second division.
from the second division. Yeah.
Yeah, then when was it they had their marvellous run? 30s?
The following season they were fifth in the third division, and then the season after that they slipped down again, I think. Oh no, the following season they were only back in the second division for 2 seasons. Because when did seed come in? Was that 34?
About 30. I thought it was
35.
35, I think. I don't think it was 35. Maybe 34. I thought it was more.
Because 34 was their 33-34 was their first season back in the third division, and they came fifth. And 34-35 they were champions again,
Mm.
and they went out. Reading were runners up, but they ran away with it. They were 8 points clear at the top of the table. And of course in 36 they were runners up to Manchester United by 1 point.
And the next year they were nearly runners up to
And the
Manchester
following
City.
year they were runners up to Manchester City by 3 points. 2 points clear of Arsenal. Then they were fourth in 37-38. Third in 38-39.
Yeah, that was marvellous.
Not a bad run. How did they do the first year after the war?
It was after, well, they were already crippled them.
After the war they were 19th in 46-47. And then 48 they were 13th. And 49 they were 8th, so they're getting better again. And they slipped right down again in 1949-50 to 20th. And when did they get relegated again? Was it
50...
before 56, wasn't it?
56, wasn't it? It was 56.
The Huddersfield match was a second division match, wasn't it?
Huddersfield was a second division match, yeah.
No, it says here they got relegated 1956-57 season.
I thought it was. But when they went down...
Huddersfield was 1956, though, wasn't it?
No, is it in the match? No.
It says in this section. Is it in this section, Huddersfield match?
That says... Does it give the date?
Division 2, Saturday 21st December 1957. Charlton 7, Huddersfield 6.
Funny part about it was they played them later on in the season in the cup because the crowds went down there to see a repetition of the goal score, and all it was 1-0, Charlton 1-0.
There was one like that this season, wasn't it? Was it Oxford and Luton?
Yeah.
And they had a thriller, and then they played the following week in the cup or the League Cup or something, and it was only
1-0
or something. But they haven't been out of the second division, have they? They haven't been back down to the third.
No.
They've always been in the first or second.
Because they were 21 years, the longest inhabitants of the second division have been there 21 years, weren't they?
Must have been, was it 1956 they went down? So they went up in 34. 34, 35, wasn't it?
Mm.
It was a good 21 years.
No, I'm talking about when they came down out of the first division.
How long were they
When
out?
they came down out of the first division, they were, until they went up, it was over 20 odd years, wasn't it? 21, 22 years. Because they were the longest inhabitants of the second division.
If you look at Charlton's last season at the Valley, they finished 17th in the second division. And the first season away from the Valley, they finished second. Went up.
That was marvellous record, you know, they had all that trouble and trauma. And they,
Oh, yeah.
They got
Well, that was
promotion.
They were within 10 minutes of being declared bankrupt or something.
Yeah.
They were saved at the bell.
Oh, and I tell you, the fellow we forgot, I think he still holds the, who was the centre forward? That, Ralph Allen.
Ralph Allen.
Then we got, I think he still holds the record, isn't he, for the number of goals in a season?
In a season, yeah, possibly. We scored a lot of goals.
What year was he playing? When was he playing?
Well, early 50s. Football.
Was it the year they got promotion? Way back.
It might be on one of those.
See the shorts they were wearing.
Was old George Robinson. That's Gordon Hurst.
Which one's Gordon Hurst?
See, one where we said was Walsh was Gordon Hurst. At the end, I realised it after.
Oh yeah.
That's
Gordon
Hobbit.
Hurst.
Who the hell was that?
Welsh was a lot taller.
That's Robinson. Is that a Stan Pryor, isn't it? No, Tadman. George
Yeah,
Tagman.
that's right. Before I couldn't reckon. Yeah, it is Tagman because
it is,
Tagman
is
had
it?
his hair. That looks like Leslie Bolter.
What are you going to say? I thought it was Leslie Bolton.
And the other one's Harold Obbish.
Oh, and there was Tommy Brown, of course. wasn't
Tommy
there?
Brown. He
Tommy
came from
Brown
Millwall. And he
Millwall.
was a bit of a
Yes.
showman. He was a heavy
And
gambler and a
because the
drinker.
secretary of Surrey Cricket, he played a couple of seasons, didn't he? Or a season, so. Stewart. Marcus Stewart. He
Stuart,
was
he
an amateur
played
when he
inside
first
forward.
came.
He's the manager of the cricket team on tour in the recent tour, Australia. And,
Of course, we forgot all the Harry Phipps.
he's an amateur,
Harold
Harold
Phipps.
Phipps, yeah.
Oh, Tommy Lumley.
Yeah, there's two there who played inside forwards. There's Tommy Lumley
Oh, of course,
and the
there's
other fella next to him.
Charlie Purvis.
Charlie Purvis, yeah. Yeah, Tommy Lumley,
Well, Don Welsh doesn't get a mention in this book.
didn't he?
No. Sam Bartram gets a brief mention.
Yeah.
Lovely little story here. Sam Bartram, a fine and loyal goalkeeper, often told the story of how he waited on his line in one match while Tommy Lawton rose for a centre. Lawton kept on climbing, reached the sort of height that most men are happy to leave to the birds, and then shouted, "Top left-hand corner, Barty."
Yeah.
Forehead met ball, and the ball, indeed, was in the top left corner. And I hadn't moved a muscle, Sam would add.
Brilliant player with his head. He could head a ball harder than some players could kick it.
Who was that?
Tommy Lawton.
Oh, Tommy Lawton.
Lawton scored 231 goals in 390 league games. It's not bad.
Yeah, tremendous head with the ball.
There's, I was working on one of the tapes when George Green was down here,
Oh, yeah.
and there was the story about when he brought Tommy Lawton down to play for Charlton in wartime,
That's right, he did play. Yeah.
and
He was in the army.
and Jimmy Seed said to Lawton after the match, can you come back down again next week, Tommy? And Tom said, no, sorry, I can't. I'm being posted. And a bit later on, said to George Green, because George Green had brought him down there, said to George, "Don't you ever bring me down here again."
Yeah.
And George said, "Why is that?" And Tommy Lawton said, "Well, Seed only gave me 10 bob for playing, and last week I got a tenner for playing for Chelsea."
Come dear. I can imagine that.
The crowd, the old terrace
It's
and
lovely,
then,
isn't it? Can you see that?
Yeah.
It's Eddie Fermani, isn't it, that one?
Yeah.
And there's Jack Charlton there as well.
Uncle old Jack Shea, Jimmy O. I tell you the bloke we forgot last week was old Joe Joblin.
Joe Joblin,
That was
yeah.
a great half-back
He-
line. Joblin,
he
Oates
went-
and
One of the
Turner.
best they've had.
Oh, dear.
He went to Aldershot, I think, didn't he? His son played football for a long while afterwards. Yeah, he was a good old stalwart, old Joe
Oh,
Robert.
of course, there's Leslie Fell. He was in the cup final team that lost. Arthur Turner, the amateur. He never turned professional, did he? Played the whole season.
Do they make any comment in here on sort of Charlton's rise through the divisions?
No, I don't think they do. I haven't seen it.
They can miss that out. There's a photograph here of 3,000 Stoke City supporters at a public protest meeting after Stanley Matthews had asked for a transfer. Kings Hall, Stoke, February 1938. Another 1,000 fans were locked outside. It's a Charlton programme there as well. There's a cover of a Charlton programme there as well. Can you see that?
Oh yes, I know. I see. You keep on finding these happening now. What's the price? Is it saying
Price tuppence.
Happens if you insist. It's the old.
80p these days. Can you remember what the valley was like when you first started going down there, John?
What is it like?
Yeah,
The bath
and the
right
rest you
now.
had to stand on like a load of earth.
Yeah.
And when it was wet, you would slide down. It was all no, the other side was the opposite the stand was just cliffs, wasn't it? I remember it just run up and down them cliffs.
Because the terracing only went half the way up, did it?
The terrace only went up, well, about a third of the way up, didn't it? Not
Yeah.
nowhere near halfway.
I remember the end of the year that they got promotion to first division. They went down and took your breath away when you went in there and saw that massive great terracing going
It was the
up
biggest
there.
one in the country, wasn't it?
Yeah, Spine Cop.
Spine Cop.
Spine Cop.
Spine Cop, yeah.
Spy and Cop.
Spine, no, it's S-P-I-O-N-K-O-O-P. Spine Cop.
Where did that name come from?
But I think they call it as a Spartan Cup, isn't it? Anything high.
Yeah, that's it. It wasn't a name that was, it was a name that is used for a fast. Yeah, not only in Charlton, there's another one I think up in Scotland which his name is Spartan. It wasn't a name they made up.
Tricker.
Itself.
Yes, he was a good.
He was an amateur, wasn't he?
Who was that?
Tricker.
Tricker.
He was an amateur.
Yeah, I can't remember, that was before I went, but I think he was an amateur from what I've heard about him.
Hipkin, he was a good goalkeeper. Maguire. See, Bismarck.
Armitage played for some years, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Centre half. Kurt. Yeah, Kurt. Look at the playing staff there that year.
There's a lot of them, isn't there?
Yeah.
Because these are the Blixton brothers, aren't they?
Yes.
And who's that guy sitting in the middle of the wall?
That's Huey.
It's John Huey.
It's John Huey, isn't it? Sitting there in the middle.
Yeah, John Newey. That was
Yeah.
a 216. Got that. I think that chap's name was Carl on the end. He was a director.
And you can see it's just mud in the corner there, even then. So people used to stand up there,
Yeah.
Up in one corner, he used to stand on it, that's right, and he used to slide down if it was mud. It wasn't someone lost their foot and he all slid down.
No, that's Frank Reed, isn't it?
I think you're right, yeah, Frank Reed. I can't remember that other young goalkeeper though. I was looking at him, I can't place him.
So that would have been what, mid...
Wouldn't be...
When would that have been taken?
No, yeah,
That, because Bartram's not there, is he?
No, Frank Reed.
So it would have been
It wouldn't
30s?
There was Wakeman, no, Wakeham.
Yeah, Wakeham was a goalkeeper.
He came from Sunderland.
It wouldn't be... No,
Not Wake, I don't think it's Wakeham.
it wouldn't be the other goalkeeper. It wouldn't be Marsh, because Marsh wasn't there. There was Marsh was something like that chap there. Wasn't very... No, it's not Marsh.
Is that Hurst?
Well,
It looks a bit tall for her, I think it's...
Some very young ones, I mean, it's really young chap. Because it's Alec Hurd, isn't it?
Heard it.
Yeah.
Heard and this is Charlie
So it's
Hall.
wearing sunglasses now. It's nice to
Charlie
see.
Hall on the end.
yeah.
And I think that's Shreve next to him. Is Shreve? Yeah, Shreve.
Tishree, yeah.
So is that 50s, that picture? Or was it
Oh, was that
30s?
Jago, isn't it?
This is 50s.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
forgot that.
Jago. He went manager of
Jago.
Millwall, went to America as a
It's
manager.
QPR as well, wasn't he?
And manager of Queen's Park Rangers, then went to Millwall and then went back to abroad again, America I think. He was a good centre half, Charlton,
Yeah.
Jago. Very good.
Right, there's the names of those.
So there's some lovely little stories in here. Constable George Scory on the White Horse Billy at the first FA Cup final, 1923. And that night, Constable Scory was asked by his girlfriend Kitty what sort of day he'd had. And apparently he replied, "Oh, just ordinary, lass." He said, "Just ordinary." And he cleared the pitch of all those people.
Those flashbacks are good in that programme, aren't they?
Yeah.
I often read those.
Saw Georgie Green, who was he came down here, looking very, very dapper. Very dapper young man there. He's not in kit, I don't know why.
Perhaps he was injured at the time.
Because he had a lot of injuries before he went out to Spain. Who's that? Is that Bert Johnson?
It's Bert Johnson,
Bert
Duffy.
Johnson.
Bert Johnson.
He was a good half-back, wasn't he, Bert
I
Johnson?
think he did get an national.
He did get a cap,
he did,
yeah.
Johnson.
You didn't go to that match then? John?
No, unfortunately. No, I couldn't get a ticket.
1933, Seeds started as manager.
33, was it?
33, May 1933.
Because he was manager of
Orient.
Orient.
Orient, yeah.
He came over, well, they were at the Orient, but before he came to Charlton, the Blixton brothers.
Yeah. It's a toss-up whether they're going to stay at the Orient or whether they come to Charlton.
Because his business was over that side of the river, the Oxford, but
The size of the shin pads they used to have on then.
Yeah.
Huge, aren't they?
I needed one of those boots. He was only saying, I wonder how the present-day footballer get on with kicking that leather ball.
that's
Boy.
right. I mean, he used to have
Especially when he got wet
he
and
used to have
muddy.
thick, heavy boots and steel toe caps. Some
Yeah.
most of them, and with a heavy ball. I mean, when that ball soaked up the rain and you headed it, it really knocked your head back.
You can see in that picture of Bolter. I mean,
Yes, he was.
I had
He's
some of
on
them
there.
pictures they used to
That's from a
publish
card.
in the
Yeah.
Topical Times. I think I've probably still got some at home. I'll have to see that and find
Yeah,
them.
see if you've got any. It'd be interesting to see
Yeah,
if you've got any.
Lot, because I was trying to find that one of the cutting out a newspaper of the Arsenal ground when it was at Woolwich, but I couldn't find it, so that must be up the loft somewhere. I didn't manage to get up there.
Yes, I've forgotten all Ralph.
Lumley, what was...
He was an inside forward.
Was
Nice
he?
little player.
That was good, was he?
Yeah.
Can't have been with them that long.
He went to up north somewhere,
Is
didn't
that-
he, Tommy Lumley?
Yeah, he did. He come from the north. He come from Spennymoor.
Anymore, yeah.
Spennymoor.
He didn't go to Burnley, did he?
He went back up north. I don't know. I can't remember where he went. He was a very useful player, good ball player.
Yes, he was a good ball player. And you remember not George Robertson, Bill Robertson, he
Bill
played in the
Robertson,
Birmingham
that's
Cup.
right.
in-
West, he went
in
to
the-
West Ham, didn't he? Or he
Yes.
come from- He went back to West Ham anyway. I think he come from West Ham originally. But he didn't have much hair, did he? Went very bald on.
Yeah. Very unselfish sort of
Bill
player,
Robertson,
though.
yeah.
You can remember some of those players, can you? Goodman and...
Goodman, and only by name, I can't remember actually saying, but what was the 921? I'd only be about 5. I remember him talking about Goodman,
Kingsley was quite...
Downing, Kingsley, Rayner, I remember with the captain, Wally, Cox, Alex Steele, I remember.
I really do think it's fantastic the way you can remember all these names and remember the first names as well.
Yeah, it's very. Sometimes you can't remember what happened yesterday or last week. And, yeah,
Because Old Oaks was the only player that's played in the same game on both different
That's right,
sides,
yeah.
isn't he?
Yeah, I remember
He
that.
played for Port
They,
Vale when and the game was
Vale, they played Port Vale in a cup match, and it was a draw, wasn't it?
Yeah. It couldn't have been a cup match because he couldn't play for Charlton.
Wasn't it?
No.
Wasn't it?
It was
Wasn't it?
abandoned.
It was abandoned.
It was abandoned. The men, the
Well,
time
I know
it was
it was
rearranged,
replayed. I
he
can
was
remember
playing
that,
for
yeah.
Charlton.
That's right. It was the
that
game was
bought it.
replayed, and then before it was replayed, Charlton signed him on.
That's
didn't they?
right.
He played for Charlton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a good little player, wasn't
Oh, yes.
he? He was
It's not much for you.
the best back I ever seen for playing Matthews.
Yeah, that's right.
He would never go there and tearing in and
No.
used to stand up and just keep going.
Yeah.
Of course, the best way to play Matthews was to try and not let him get the ball. He's a great one in cutting the ball out for Matthews.
Someone was it?
And for a team that spent quite a long time in the first division, although they've been in the second division the rest of the time,
Who?
not for a team who've had, been in the first division or the second division for most of their professional career. I mean, they haven't actually got that many mentions in this book, have they, John?
No, because they were not a fashionable side. They didn't have a lot of didn't lay a lot of money for players. I mean, the team that they went up, as a matter of fact, it surprised me. The team when they had the marvellous run, they went up second from
Yeah,
the third to
third,
the
second,
second,
and
second.
runners up in the-
I said that make a good reserve team for the first division.
Yeah,
But lo and
that's
behold,
the way they played together,
they
wasn't
nearly
it?
took the
Teamwork.
championship the same size, except for perhaps one or two. But I mean, no big layouts. Well, the biggest layout in those days was Welsh.
Welsh,
which
that
cost
was
about
a record, £3,000 from Torquay.
Torquay.
Yeah, everyone said if Charlton go up, they'd have to buy players and this
Yeah.
and that, but they never.
And
And they finished right up, top runners up, just got knocked out of the championships, first division. That would have been a record that would have took some beating for all time.
his old Stan Pryor.
Oh,
No, he
yeah.
didn't. He played in the first
Centre
division,
forward.
didn't he?
I didn't know. I don't think. I can't remember the prior. He was a centre forward.
Yeah.